Here we go, Pedro and Lucas, and one of my favorite things is seeing the comfort level that Lucas has now on stage in CRL.
Yeah, I mean, it's always amazing to see the evolution. Wow, the evolution of these players, not just the cards.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I mean, Lucas, he certainly loves the spotlight, and, you know, the spotlight really does love him. But
that's very true. Now, you know, when we look at this matchup between him and Pedro, I love that answer. It's all he wants is sushi. Favorite sushi, more types of sushi, other types of sushi. I'm going to buy sushi. All right, so we know what's in store for Pedro with his money. And, you know, when you think about this matchup, Pedro is a guy who's purely from the solo era against Lucas, who's been here since the Teams era, even played in 2019 in some of the semi-pro Teams leagues. He might have, I don't know which team he was on. Might have been LA Gaming. I think everyone played for LA Gaming at one point in 2019. But he's up against Pedro with one of the most experienced coaches who coached in both teams and solo, former Tribe coach for teams, Jose VTS.
Yeah, I mean, Jose VTS, one of the greatest coaches to ever do it, absolutely. And I mean, he's been so consistent. Like a lot of these coaches, we talk about them and it's like, oh yeah, you know, for these 3 years, he was great. But I mean, it's been what, 7, 8, 9 years, and he's still in it, still doing so much work. It's clear that he has every single player that he coaches ready to go for the monthly finals, world finals. You know, a lot of props to his coach.
And taking a look at what we might have coming forward here in a little bit. This is interesting because as we've started to see, we have players who puts 3 accounts in the top 10 on ranked.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's just, I can't even use the word unfair. I mean, really, it's just super impressive, super cool, but, you know, it does actually make you feel bad. I think that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. All right, you did 3. All right, let's try and reach Ultimate Champion with an 80% win rate. I didn't do it. Oh, man, look at that.
And we're just moments away from this second round matchup. Pedro and Lucas, 2 of the 3 Brazilians here. You've already had some success, and Josh, I'm going to go on a limb here and guess that someone from Brazil is going to win this match.
Yeah, that's a, yeah, you know, in fact, I will guarantee that one of these 2 will qualify, and here we go. Game number 1 underway.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I'm so glad to see it. I was expecting Pedro to potentially go either RG game 1 or minor game 1. Instead, he goes Hog, a little bit different. Lucas playing Royal Giant again here. I think he's running back the exact same deck from before. I think he was looking for potentially a mirror matchup one more time.
Yeah, definitely could see that. Lucas, I mean, it's clear that RG is his bread and butter, and, you know, he talked about it in his post-game interview. I've played the mirror matchup 1,000 times, and if you've played the mirror, you've played against this deck, you've played against Hog, you played against all these, and right here, I mean, the question is, does he feel comfortable? We'll have to see as this game goes on.
And we're going to see this a lot, the Hunter behind the Hog. Hog gets a couple big shots, plus the Firecracker splash. Big opening here for Pedro.
Yeah, Lucas has to be upset beyond belief. I have no idea. I think the Hunter forgot how to shoot or didn't shoot or something went wrong, and the Hunter put in absolutely 0 work.
First minute away, massive lead for Pedro, 18:04 on that right-hand tower. Just a tiny bit of chip for him on his side, and Lucas sets up his Royal Giant. Now, Josh, talk to me about this dichotomy here where, you know, one of Lucas's best ways to deal with that Hog Rider, obviously going to be that Fisherman, but he also has to contend with the Mighty Miner working on that Royal Giant. Yes, he has the Electro Spirit here. How's he going to be able to do double duty here?
Yeah, it just gets interesting. You're trying to wait for double elixir, trying to get the multiple RGs. It just gets super awkward for both of these players because, yes, you can defend with any 2 troops. You can defend with the Hunter plus the E-Spirit, get 0 damage. But at the same time, if you place the Firecracker behind it, right here, Pedro, too late with the cannon. The RG is going to lock on. This is just difficult for both players. That's why this matchup gets so interesting.
And just more than happy to go ahead and take that Fireball onto the Firecracker, get the Evo off the board. And after 2 minutes, we're pretty much all square.
Yeah, all of a sudden, this is, I mean, this is a game. And here we go, Hunter plus Log going to be able to clean that up. And he does protect the Hunter from allowing the Firecracker to splash, gets the E-Spirit off. Beautiful job from Lucas, incredible micro.
And slowing down a bit now is Pedro. He does have a slight elixir lead when you don't count the troop on the board, and able to cover, does not get a shot. King Tower activation playing a critical role there.
Wow, and Hunter learned how to prioritize. His hunters have been absolutely perfect as this game has gone along. After the first one, it's just been gorgeous work from Lucas.
Here we go. Sudden death overtime on its way. Pedro ahead by 3 and change.
And right there, Cannon going to be able to defend the first RG, but you know there's a second one coming along soon, and there it is at the bridge. Evo Ghost on the right side, going to clean everything up and take it out while protected. And this second RG should be able to get a shot. It does not, so perfect defense from Pedro. And now 120-ish HP separating two players.
But you think about the quality of that defense, Josh, and you're still giving up a couple hundred damage. This time, Fishboy should be more than capable. And with the stun, still gives up a hog shot. And you see Lucas very unhappy with that.
Yeah, very frustrated. The Ghost doesn't get down in time. Yeah, just doesn't get down in time, really. And right there, the Hawk does get one shot. Fisherman cannot get the pull. Beautiful. You know, we talk about the micro of Lucas. That micro right there from Pedro was amazing.
Firecracker goes back behind.
Oh.
Hog should still get one, and it does.
The Evo RG placed into the Mighty Miner, a huge mistake, and Pedro just licking his lips. That was way too easy. That should never be happening on the World Final stage.
High Hunter plus E-Spirit. Tries to pull the Mighty Miner over. Hog is running, E-Spirit stunning. Able to stop it this time is Lucas, but time ticking away, only 45 to get that damage back.
The Evo Firecracker not going to be able to lock on right there. That Fisherman, a beautiful E8. Can it get another one in time? It doesn't. Hog gets a shot on top of the tower.
It was the E-Spirit just completely shutting that whole thing down, and now it's last gasp for Lucas.
Yeah, and right there, two Mighty Miners on the board. This is one of those matchups where you don't need the 3-card cycle. You love all the Mighty Miners as if you can. Pedro, what does he have for this?
Evo RG on tower. Cannon comes down to hold. RG in one more time. Lucas has to get so much done. Fishboy trying to pull. He needs to get one shot. Can't get it done. Fireball in. Won't be enough. Game number 1 for Pedro.
Well played coming out from Lucas.
Game number 1 a lot, and then had some notes on what his opponent might play in game number 2. But there's a difference where a lot of these players are coming up with full sheets that have, hey, if these 2 or 3 or 4 cards are out in this combination from your opponent, this is where you go next, right? So it's a little bit more, I guess you have maybe something to hold on to more in that situation on stage.
Yeah, I wonder, the benefits and the negatives of everything, because at the end of the day, you don't get that coach on stage. So being able to know everything you really want to be doing, it's such an interesting conversation to talk about having a coach, not having a coach.
So here we go, Miner from Pedro in game number 2, going to Comfort after getting the win outside of his normal set. And Electro Giant for Lucas.
Good placement on the E-Giant. Not going to allow a ghost shot. And then Pedro, is this Mortar? No, gonna be the Goblin Hunt plus the minions. We're probably looking at Minor Poison.
Ice Wiz plus minions. Pulls it all to the middle with a NATO to get them off the board, but not gonna get much more than that is Lucas.
Yeah, really do not like that NATO from Lucas. I think it's a pretty massive overextension right there. Forces out the bar barrel as well. And Pedro up 2.5 elixir. And just, he cycled his Evos. The Ice Spirit easy to cycle, Ghost easy to cycle. So just a really great start for Pedro.
Lucas did play Electro Giant in an in-game duel, not an out-of-game duel, so preset decks got the win over Pedro. Slightly different variation, didn't play the Golden Knight.
And I was just waiting. I'm telling you, the worst interaction in the world, the one that makes me throw away the game, I'm not playing this for one more second, is missing a miner when you have Skarmy. That is the worst interaction in the world. But he got it. He got it, yes.
Bar Barrel takes a swing, and the Evo Ice Spirit forces out 4 elixir from Lucas. You don't want to take those little extra tips.
Yeah, Lucas kind of okay with cycling the Baby Dragon, trying to get to the double elixir, triple elixir. And then Pedro, this is what happens. We see Minor Poison, and he's going to start to get really aggressive. These minor placements are so interesting to look at from Pedro.
Yeah, in that anti-NATO spot to the outside. Lots of damage here. Minions able to really put some work on that right-hand tower. And once again, Pedro opening up the lead early.
Yeah, right here, the E-Giant just not putting in the work that needs to be done. The Ice Wizard spread out to the side plus the Goblin Hunt. It's just too easy for him to defend every single time. Never going to be an opportunity for his opponent to NATO it to the King Tower. I mean, this is just picture-perfect play from Pedro.
That was a lot altogether.
Yeah, I cannot believe I got it done correctly.
E-Giant set up. We are deep into double. What do you think of the chances here of Lucas actually breaking through against, we have the Hut, we have the Ice Wiz, the ability to shut things down with the Ice Spirit as well?
I mean, I don't believe in 0% chance, but I do believe in 0.1, and that's what it's really looking like.
And this is what we were talking about, right? The deck progression stuff where you go, hey, here what we think we need to cover after game number 1. And so far, Pedro and Jose looking like they have got Lucas's number.
Yeah, right here, 1:40 left. We're seeing him poison nothing, so you have to be a little bit worried about the big push coming in from Lucas. If Lucas doesn't get it here, it's over. He needs to get it here, in my opinion.
90 seconds left. Baby Dragon puts a little bit onto the Ice Wiz. Lightning clears.
Yeah, beautiful timing right there with the Ice Spirit, trying to keep the Ghost alive. Minions trying to stay out of range, forces out the NATO from Lucas.
And Lucas just can't get that much out of the NATO, right? He's not using it to be able to get a big Golden Knight combination. He's not getting the breakthrough on the E-Giant. This time it picks up the Miner, having to mitigate some of that problem. And at this point, Lucas opting to go into the weak side.
Yeah, and I almost want to point out the first mistake I've seen from Pedro. I would like to see him switch up the Miner placement. NATO out of cycle. You've been playing it there every single time. But yeah, both of his towers are basically at 3K. You know, I don't want to get too nitpicky, I guess.
And these minions have just been absolutely shredding these Electro Giants. You know, and we talked about it earlier, the extended range now making it so that they can do a whole lot of work. And Lucas has been trying to find a way to break through with the NATO. Hasn't done it yet. 30 seconds left. You talked about do or die, Josh. This is the one.
Yeah, E-Giant on the left, E-Giant on the right. Baby Dragon just dead. It's gone. It's finished. That is massive for Pedro's defense. This shouldn't even be a struggle. The Ice was going to go to the both lanes, and there we go. We finally do see a push.
Golden Knight in. Miner able to hold here, and that's not going to be enough. Golden Knight dashes. Electro Giant will not be quick enough. And Pedro comes out and does it the easy way. 2 games up, 2 games down.
Yeah, brilliant job from Pedro. I mean, the entire match, he just dominated the minions. Look,